Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Fiery Friar. You're watching the Fiery Friars podcast. Padres just took their seventh straight today, beating the Orioles 9-4. For most of the game, it was a shutout until King was taken out. Had a couple bullpen guys give up a couple runs. Not too surprising. Before we started this game, the wild card race, we had a 528 winning average, and we're behind the Braves, who are 529. Okay, so I mean that's .001 difference there, and the Mets were above them at 534. Today, the uh, Braves and the Mets played each other, and the Braves actually won. So now that we won, we are above the Mets. They have a 529, we have a 532, and the Braves are above us by .002 at 534. And take note, the Dodgers are 3-7 in their last 10 games. We're actually only 6.5 games back from them, so which is pretty crazy. And but also Arizona is only 7.5 games, so we're a game ahead of them. But it's a close race. But man, the Padres are doing solid. They have the highest batting average in the MLB before this game started with 262. It's even higher now. I mean, we got like 14 hits or something like that. What did we get? 14 hits. It's ridiculous. Let's see, the Padres, and this is something I thought was interesting. The Padres obviously have played a lot of games. They played the most games. Starting this game, they are tied with the White Sox and the Athletics as the most games played at 106. And so we hadn't really had much time to rest. We got a lot of injuries, and we're still winning. But once that All-Star break came and guys actually had a decent amount of time, sort of, not even a full week, but to kind of chill, they came back super strong. I mean, the first game we lost 7-0, but we haven't lost since then. Okay, we've been doing great. Bogarts has been doing fantastic. He was hitting 500 since the All-Star break before this game started. Okay, we're not talking 500 as in like he's had 4 at-bats and 2 hits. We're talking 500. He had 36 at-bats and 18 hits. No homers, but it doesn't matter. He's hitting the ball. We don't want him to hit. We want to get runs however we get runs. Home runs are cool, but they're not everything. In fact, I'd rather have a hitter over a home run hitter any day. And then he goes like 3 for 4, or let me see. He goes 3 for 5 today. So his average is up to 272. Wow. Okay. And I just had to, before I recap this game, I've got to ask, why is Arise playing first base? Like, Arise is amazing. Don't get me wrong. His hand is hurt. I see him grimacing all the time. Okay, it's noble. That's great. You can go out there and play when you're hurt. But why are you making Crony DH when Arise could be DH and Crony could play first base, who plays first base better than Arise anyway? Doesn't make sense to me. We need to chill on Arise because he needs time to heal. So when we need him in the playoffs, we got him. Arise doesn't strike me as that kind of guy to where if he is not playing that much, he's going to go on a cold streak. So even if he was out to heal up for a little while and we didn't have him in the lineup, when he came back, I still think he'd come back strong. He'd come back even stronger, I think, because ever since he hurt his hand, he hasn't been as productive, even though he's still pretty productive. Okay, so we start out this game. King's on the mound. His ERA in the last 3 games is 1.47. Opponent's batting average is 143. Just killing it. All our pitchers are killing it, honestly. Our starting pitchers, that is. So Profar gets a single in the first inning, continues his hit streak. I can't remember how many games it is, like 6 or something. He's doing great. Inning turns over, and King is hit by Gunnar Henderson on a line drive. He ends up throwing him out, but they have to check him out, make sure he's okay. It looks like he's okay. He ended up throwing 21 pitches that inning. Top of the second, Merrill gets a single on a 3-2 count like a boss, like he's been in the league forever. That's a very veteran thing to do. Peralta gets a single. We got first and third with one out. Kim strikes out. And then Higgy comes up, pops to third base. Easy play. You got the third baseman going back. You got the shortstop going over. Which one's going to call it? Well, it looks like Henderson calls off the third baseman, but the third baseman had his back to him. So they both don't catch the ball, and we have 2 runs score. So that was fantastic. But kind of 2 unearned runs scoring. But hey, you're hustling. You don't know if they're going to catch that ball. You got to hustle. You got to hustle. And they did. So next inning, go 1, 2, 3. But King's not. I was a little concerned. King wasn't really throwing strikes. They were just kind of chasing it. But I think that his body delivery, he doesn't pitch to you like that. He goes like this, and then he comes at you. Okay, so imagine that's hard to see. Top of the third, Profar walks. Got a hit and run, unintentional, possibly hit and run, because you got Profar stealing, but Machado gets a single to right center, and you got first and third with one out. Bogey gets a single under the glove of the third baseman. They call it a hit. It was not a hit. It was a playable ball. Third baseman flubbed, totally missed it. Not good defense by the Orioles this series. Bad scorekeeping, but Profar scores. So we got 3-0 at that point. The Merrill comes up, gets a dinker up the middle. Machado tries to get home, gets thrown out, and Peralta strikes out to end the inning. So, then in the bottom of the third, when King comes back out, I can't remember who was bunting, but it was a perfect bunt. King bare hands it and guns him out at first. Play the game. Play the game, hands down. And then they got Alec Jacob warming up in the bullpen at that point. It's the third inning. He's not that many pitches in. I guess maybe because of the injury, they were just making sure, but he stays in the game. So we go to the fourth. Heaney gets a single to left field. Arias gets a hit to center field. You got first and second now. Higgy scores on a potential double play when he hits to second base. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, because Profar hits to second base, and the dude gets it, throws it to Gunnar Henderson at short, trying to complete the double play. Gunnar Henderson throws an errant throw, and Higgy scores on that. So that's an error. They got one of the 2 outs that they were trying to get, though. So it's 4-0 at that point. Nothing else happens that inning. We get to the bottom of the fourth, and King does good again. I think he ends with 65 pitches in that inning. We go. The next 2 innings are 1, 2, 3 for both sides. In the 5th and the 6th. The 7th inning, we got a pitching change to Irvin. Irvin comes in for the Orioles. Profar gets a single. Crony gets a single. You got first and third, one out. Manny gets a 3-1 jack. A bomb, a straight bomb in his old home field. Happy for Manny. There was a lot of people there with Machado shirts on and Orioles Machado shirts. So, he's got love there. And San Diego loves him. So it's just good vibes at Baltimore, even though maybe Baltimore is not super stoked on how they're performing. But I think there's just all around good vibes in Baltimore, especially coming off like the Nationals, Then Bogey gets a triple. My boy Bogey gets a triple. Okay, that's Bogarts. Anyways, Merrill then gets a sac fly. That's his first of the night. I think he gets another sac fly later on. It's 8-0. After the 3-run homer for Manny, it was 7-0. Now it's 8-0. Crazy. So King comes in again in the 7th, and he gets 2 people on base. He's up there at like 103 pitches at that point. So Schilt comes and takes him out. And Colette comes in with a runner on second and third. You get a ground out to second and get the lead runner only. because dude was flying down the line. So there's 2 outs, and then Kolek gives up a double, and the Orioles score 2. So there goes the shutout. Whatever. He gets out of the inning after that. Next inning, Kim gets a single. Higgy almost gets a home run. But I guess there was like a remodeling of that part of the field or something, and so what would have been a home run isn't a home run anymore. But Kim tags up. Good base running by Kim. Tags up, gets to second base. They intentionally walk Profar and put Johnson in to run, but they make nothing of it. Inning turns over. Colette gives up 2 singles, gets out of it. Top of the ninth, Manny gets another single. Bogey gets a double. Okay, second and third. That's his third extra base hit today. Third extra base hit. So he didn't get a single today. Just got doubles and triples. Merrill gets another sac fly, a shot, almost a home run. A lot of almost home runs today. Runner on third, so comes in and scores. It's 9-2. Gillespie comes in to close the game, gives up a 2-run homer to Cedric Mullins, and the score is 9-4, but that's about it. So we end the game 9-4. King did great. Our pitching once again is doing solid. We're really moving up that leaderboard. Super stoked for these guys. We got an early game tomorrow. San Diego time is like 10 o'clock. I imagine we have Vasquez, Waldron pitching, I would assume, or Vasquez. I'm sorry, I'm getting the order messed up. But yeah, so without Tatis, we're still doing good. We're at the trade deadline, and we're definitely going to get some pitching. I mean, there's no doubt we're going to get some pitching. I'm very excited to see what happens. It could go either way. AJ could go crazy. We could end up with Garrett Crochet. Probably not though, but probably shouldn't, because we have some good starting pitching. We really need bullpen and possibly another starter, because say one of your two, Darvish or Musgrove does come back. What if they both come back, or neither of them come back? Those are the 3 options. The worst case, that none of them come back. You need one starter. Best case, they both come back. You almost don't even need a starter. But most likely, possibly one will come back by the end of the year. And you have another good starter. It's real safe, especially going into the playoffs. Because I do think we're going to make it to the playoffs. Pitching is huge. So as far as hitting, we're good, especially when Toddy comes back. When Toddy comes back, man, it's so hard playing without him. Like, we have him forever, but it's his prime years, and he's getting hurt all the time. And it's because he plays hard, man, but it's just such a disappointment. It's just fun watching him play. It's so fun. And the Padres are so fun to watch play even without him. But I can't wait till he comes back. I don't know. I'm just very fiery about these Friars, man. We're doing great. And by the trade deadline, we're going to get some bullpen pieces, and we'll do even better, I believe. So thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. Try to show some love. I mean, I'm going to be here as much as I can, telling you about my love for these Padres, and I hope you join me. Spread the word, and let's get some local podcasters some recognition here. And I'd love to hear your comments and anything I can improve on, because I'm sure I'm not amazing at everything yet, but that's okay. So, yep. Thanks for watching, guys.